Hi, I'm Rory Reid of Cnet UK, and this is the Acer Aspire Revo, part of a new generation of nettops. Why is it so special? Well, because of what's going on inside. Instead of using the usual integrated graphics chip from Intel, which was about as useless as a chocolate teapot, Acer has decided to incorporate a brand new Nvidia Ion chipset, which brings with it a very capable graphics chip. If we lift the lid, we can see, or kind of see, what makes this thing tick. Many of you will already be familiar with it because it's basically a rebadged Nvidia GeForce 9400M graphics card. For those of you who aren't familiar, I can tell you it's an entry-level DirectX 10 capable card that's suited to running 3D games, video encoding, and movie playback, specifically high-definition movies, which is what makes it so compelling. Although it only uses an Intel 230 Atom 1.6 GHz CPU and 2 gigs of RAM, it can cope with 720p movies, so it makes a quite good media center machine, although not a perfect one. The hard drive is a mere 160 gigs, so you'll run out of room sooner rather than later. Also, it comes with a wired mouse and keyboard, so you'll have to be pretty close to the machine in order to use it, unless of course you buy your own wireless devices. Those who do decide to use the Revo in the living room won't be too disappointed. It's a decent looking machine which, while not as sexy as say a Mac Mini, is still quite pleasing on the eye. On one side there's the Aspire Revo graphics facing up, and if you switch it around you'll have the more sedate looking Acer logo, which I prefer. The power button can be reached just fine in each of these orientations, and you still have good access to all the ports. Speaking of ports, the Revo is pretty well equipped. Round the back you'll find VGA video, HDMI, gigabit Ethernet, and 4 USB ports. On the side there's yet another USB port and another just below the power button. While at the other side is an eSATA port, headphone and mic jacks, and a 4-in-1 memory card reader. That's pretty good going for a machine of this size. On the whole, I think this thing is a decent investment. If you're looking for a cheap second PC that's versatile enough to watch or encode movies and play the odd 3D game, then you could do a lot worse. So far, it's probably the best nettop on the market. I'm Rory Reid, and this is the Acer Aspire Revo.